Okay, folks, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I don't really want to talk about this car. I want to drive it. This is a very special, limited time, unique offer that I've been given. Despite me wanting to get through this portion of the video really fast, I'm still going to talk way too much because that's how I operate. 2020 Aston Martin DB11. Unpopular opinion, perhaps? Visually, I don't find it very cohesive. I mean, it's an attractive car. But in the showroom, this, beside, the next Aston Martin I get to drive today, not really. I mean, it's terribly, horribly special, this car. It's enormous too, by the way. Find a little bit of information before I go on. This is the V8 version. Yes, my friends, not the V12. So base price is, in Canada, $236,400. A bunch of options on my tester, including this sunburst yellow. It's a Q special, $7,700 worth every penny, which combined with the exterior black pack, essentially everything else that's not yellow is black. That's like $8,200. On top of that, anyway, it's got the premium audio, Nexus quilting. I don't know about the audio. I haven't turned it on yet. All told, $276,351. Definitely worth it. This is a very special car. It's, how can I put it? A Lamborghini feels crude and common compared to this. Okay, I've said it. It's up there with McLaren as far as the special sense or event that the car is, as well as Bentley, obviously. While comparing to Bentley, the Conti, I suppose, this is an absolutely true GT. So yes, there's a trunk over there. I think I haven't even checked. Yeah, your upswinging doors as per. So like I said, this is a true GT. So there's an extra glove box there, another extra glove box over there. This is a special car. And yeah. And the fact that it's hand built, you can actually tell when you look at the way that the leather kinks are around some of the switches. You can almost imagine a craftsman or a craftswoman putting it together. It's just fantastic. If you want to open the hood, should I show you? I guess it's worth it. Well, look, clamshell, and there's, can I lean in? There you go. Yeah, there's something not entirely unique, but still very special right there. Let's just get in. What I love about this car is that it builds anticipation. Watch, you can count with me, right? 1, 2, and then it starts. Oh, I guess the radio is on, or set to a default. Well, here's a cool feature, I suppose. That's how you adjust the volume. You just slide your finger. Yes, you're scared. Standard 8-inch screen. What can I tell you about that? It looks familiar, perhaps, some of the fonts. And if I scroll down here, yeah, this is from M-Benz. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to be seeking out a parts bin in which to dive for parts, M-Benz is the place to go. This is a 12-inch screen, which is beautiful. It's got various menus, blah, 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 and you scroll there. What else can I tell you guys? It's a kind of D-shaped steering wheel, which is cool. That's for your dampers, and that's for your drive modes. And what I love about them is that they work independently from each other. I'll tell you a little bit more about that very soon. There's another M-Benz familiar parts. Oh, the fit and finish. It's unique. All the surfaces are beautiful. It's just, you want to touch everything, including the Alcantara on the roof. There's your quilting. Superb, beautiful, so special. I mean, it's beautiful in here. Visibility, while I'm at it, is actually pretty good. There is a vast expanse of bonnet up there, which helps in the drive, but also kind of messes with your mind. Visibility here is okay. I mean, I'm sitting very low, so you got to kind of stretch your neck a little bit when you're going around the corner, but still, anyway. Final detail, oh, there your seat controls, which are actually far more intuitive than you think. That's actually one thing about this car. It is incredibly easy to operate. I mean, there's a very Aston Martin layout there, so that works. Very simple HVAC. You saw the volume controls, and this, after a few minutes, you've got it put down, and it's not frightening at all. And here's a little parlor trick. That's my cable. No comments, please. So it's motorized because I have a bottle of water. I will recycle, I promise. So it stops there, but it will close all the way up to here. You know what? I'm done talking about what it is, and I'm going to tell you how it drives. So I'm going to put my belt on, and we're going for a spin. What's it like to drive the DB11 V8? It's a wonderful, rewarding, weirdly relaxing thing. This car is a special thing. I think I may have used that word a few times already. Let me touch on what I was saying about the drive modes. This is a true GT, right? So what that means is that it's a comfortable, long-distance, high-powered cruiser. And that serves to explain why Aston Martin so brilliantly and wisely decided to set up the drive modes in the driving experience as they have. Now, I showed you the drive modes and the damper setting. Let's start with that, and then I'll tell you about the engine. And with the start button, everything is about building anticipation. So you press the S, there it goes into sport. There's a delay every time. It's like, oh yeah, here we go. All right, so in sport, all the drive functions kind of firm up, right? Steering, throttle, and the exhaust becomes a little bit more vocal. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of traffic right now, so I won't push it. But already the V8 makes lovely sounds. But although all the drive functions are now in sport, the dampers are still in normal or comfort. So that gives you the plush ride quality that you would come to expect from an Aston Martin DB, but then everything else is a little bit sharper. So let's just say you want to go into sport. Oh, see, there you go. Now the transmission is like, you want to play a little bit harder? Let's play. I think you can hear the V8, but still, the dampers, the adaptive dampers, are still in comfort. So this is definitely proof that this car is not necessarily a track-focused car, but it's for those winding country roads that everyone oh so loves. So you put the dampers in, sport with a mild delay again, and then there's also Sport Plus. And even in Sport Plus, the ride is not terrible. It's a little bit sharper. I mean, you can feel the graininess in the road surface, but it's not terrible. You go back into normal, and seriously, the best combination is normal and the drive modes and transmission and sport, and you get the performance, the handling, the feelings, the senses, the fizziness, all rolled into one. Now, the V8, Mercedes-AMG hand-built, sourced, 4-liter twin hot in the V, twin turbo, which puts out 503 horsepower. I happen to be driving a C63S this week as well, so I'm well positioned to tell you that the creaminess and the instant responsiveness of the V8, its eagerness, is still very, very much there. In fact, the only real difference is in the sound. Aston Martin's sound engineers, geniuses, or whatever, managed to give this a slightly less burbly, a little bit more, it's got more treble, a little bit less bass, but it's still incredibly good. It's still all there. And I'm not even done yet. So I'm in sport, right? So the transmission held a gear a little bit longer. on how the road surface gets really, really bad. So we're gonna go. I was in comfort. That's right. That's why the ride was so good. The transmission. This car, by the way, has an LSD, brake bias, torque vectoring. It's just set up for the absolute best driving experience. Now, the road is truly crap right now, and I might as well be in an S-Class. Wow, and this kind of reminds me of the Virage I drove 8 years ago or 9 years ago, where everything was so creamy, smooth, and buttery, beautiful. Back to the 8-speed transmission. Again, Aston Martin they've got it figured out. Some of us, some driving enthusiasts, wow, it's still shaking a lot. Sorry about that. Maybe underestimate how smart these people are. But so I'm in full automatic mode. But let's just say I downshift to 6th because I was in 7th, 5th, 4th. The transmission, no matter the drive mode, be it in GT, Sport, or Sport Plus, remains in manual. There's no button to select to tell the transmission that, hey, I want to hang out in manual for a little while, and then it goes back by default to automatic. No, it stays in manual, which I think is fantastic. God, AMG can build a V8. So I'm still in manual. It'll hang out in first gear until I shift. If you want to go back into automatic, well, as is the case with a lot of these automatics, which are well sorted, press, hold, and D. That's it. And now it's back to automatic. And I'm back to absolutely enjoying the true cosseting nature of this long distance hauler. Honestly, there is a V12 obviously version, and it's more powerful, more expensive, but it weighs about 250 pounds more than the V8. I don't know that I would want to somehow mess with the balance of this car, the way the weight is distributed between the front and rear axle. I mean, this is a front mid-mounted V8. I mean, there's so much room in the front, it's unbelievable. That's why the airboxes, unlike the AMG setup, the airboxes are not right around the engine, but set way forward because of all that room. I wouldn't mess with it. I wouldn't spend the money. I don't think the power is necessary. Truly and honestly, I'm going to go back into normal and just enjoy this again. I would definitely take this car all the way to Key West if the borders were ever open, if they ever reopen. Or even San Diego from Montreal, where I'm from, and just drive and drive. Obviously, I'd want an unlimited fuel budget. But yeah, this car is just, it's phenomenal. It's special, it's rewarding, it's beautiful. Other than the exterior styling, that's me, what can I tell you? This car is supremely sublime. But I think I'm going to prefer the next one a little bit more.